Good evening, everyone. John McDermott here with the League of Uncommon Men podcast. Just wanted to share this with you this evening. It's about procrastination. Procrastination is the act of delaying or postponing tasks or activities. While it may seem counterproductive, there are a few potential benefits that some individuals may experience from procrastination. Increased creativity. Procrastination can provide time for the mind to wander and make connections between different ideas. This can lead to innovative thinking and creative problem solving. Reduce stress. For some people, procrastination can offer temporary relief from stress and pressure. By avoiding tasks for a short period, individuals may feel a sense of relaxation, which can help them recharge and approach the task with a fresh perspective later on. Enhanced decision making. Taking a break from a task can give individuals the opportunity to reflect and reconsider their options. This can lead to more thoughtful and informed decision making. Improved prioritization. Procrastination can sometimes help individuals identify which tasks are truly important and require immediate attention. By delaying less critical tasks, individuals can focus on the more essential ones. Increased self awareness. Procrastination can provide insight into personal habits, strengths, and weaknesses. Recognizing patterns of procrastination can help individuals develop strategies to manage their time more effectively in the future. While these potential benefits exist, it is important to note that excessive procrastination can lead to negative consequences such as missed deadlines, increased stress, and decreased productivity. Finding a balance between taking breaks and completing tasks in a timely manner is key. So I just wanted to share that with you this evening. Um, I know sometimes I usually do my podcast in the morning, but this morning had a very long day ahead of me, and I used some extra time to rest and be prepared for my long drive, about 550 miles today, about 550 miles yesterday that I did too. So, but it's a pleasure to be on the road. Went to Wisconsin yesterday, and now I'm heading back to Missouri. I'm actually in Missouri right now, and so I didn't take the time to do my podcast. I have a lot of ideas for upcoming podcasts and some guests lined up that I'll be bringing in the near future. I hope you enjoyed the podcast yesterday with my son Harrison McDermott and all the information he shared about his football activities, his academic achievements, his weightlifting goals that he's doing, and the piece we kind of touched on along the way about faith, and then his health issues. So it's very near and dear to me because he is my son, but I just hope that did spark some curiosity or answer some questions about my son and about the faith that both of us have. And I grew up Catholic from a very young age, and this is kind of a tangent, but I was raised in the Catholic Church in Louisiana, and my dad was also, and so was my aunt. And my mom comes from a Baptist family, and she converted to Catholicism before she got married to my dad. And, faith was an integral part of our lives growing up, and went to Catholic school from 6th, 7th, and half of 8th grade. And then along the way, I kind of, became a little bit of a rebellious teenager about age 13. And I, uh, I decided just to step away from Catholic school, go to public school, do my own thing, abandon my religion for a while. Actually, it was more than just a while. Um, it was about from the time I was 13 till the time I was 29. And in that time, I, you know, I feel like God was using me for something greater in that, um, like God protected me, but I didn't prosper so much during those years. I mean, I survived, obviously, but it wasn't like a prosperous time in my life like what I'm experiencing, or have experienced since then. But like I said, 16 years without going to church or reading my Bible. It was just, um, I came to the conclusion that running with God is so much so much better than running away from God. And so I just wanted to share that little testimony that, my son's mom, she actually brought me to church, and that was the first time I met her family. Was on an Easter Sunday back in 2002, and that reignited my desire to to really get serious about the Lord again and renew my faith. And just, it's not always been easy, and I've had challenges along the way, but that's, um, I feel like that's part of our Christian walk, that we're put into situations that we're tested. And God is always faithful. He's always, um, merciful. And but he's, we can't understand the full nature of God as humans. Our minds cannot comprehend that. And we don't know the reason for certain things, why we're experiencing them at the time. But it's important to realize that God is with us in all things, and not lose that sense of, um, not lose that sense of, lack of faith or anything like that. Just keep your faith strong, and get into God's word every day. I'm reading the Bible this year, and I've already made a commitment to reading, um, with my men's group that I'm in. It's called the Iron Council. It's through the Order of Man, and the the host of the program, his name is of the Order of Man podcast. His name is Ryan Mickler, and I just felt encouraged to join this group, just before Christmas, and I made a commitment to read the Bible, to read, um, to read a portion of the Bible in the next 90 days. And my goal is to read the Bible cover to cover within the next year. And there's a good possibility that I might just get um, so enthusiastic and interested that I read it a little bit faster. They say when there's work to be done, we can make it expand to whatever time, um, is allowed. But my goal is to at least read the whole Bible cover to cover, and in the next year. So that's just one of my goals. But just keep your faith strong, believe in the Lord, and if you have any questions about faith or God, I'm certainly not the expert, but I'm sure if you were to ask me about that, I'd be happy to refer you to resources available, to different um, websites that talk about, kind of getting into different verses and exploring the meaning of those, because the Bible was not written in English, and it was written in Hebrew, Aramaic, and Greek and Latin. So I mean, there's a little bit of translation, difficulty once in a while, but the overall message of the Bible is the same regardless of what language it's presented in. So we just have to go through and decipher what God's message is for our lives. And I just wanted to share that with you this evening. Hope you've had a great time off from work, and that this new year brings many blessings to you and your family, your kids, or you have children, in your career, in your work, and your sense of accomplishment and fulfillment. So I will talk to you all again later. Good night.